Hey everyone, and welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're looking at a pretty fascinating mosaic of motivational frameworks. We're going to piece together what actually makes a comeback possible. Let's see what happens when we break down the blueprint for resilience. If you've ever felt knocked down, overlooked, or pushed to your absolute limits, trust me, this breakdown is for you.
All right, let's just dive right in by establishing the cold, hard truth right out of the gate. As one of cinematic history's most famous underdogs so bluntly puts it, the world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a mean and nasty place, and honestly, it doesn't care how tough you think you are. If you let it, the world will literally beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently. You, me, nobody is going to hit as hard as life itself.
But, and this is a really massive but here, it ain't about how hard you hit. Let that sink in for a second. We spend so much energy trying to build up our offensive power, right? Thinking success is all about striking back and being aggressive. Well, this framework flips that entirely, suggesting that our absolute greatest weapon is actually our capacity to absorb. So, moving to section 1, the reality of the hit, acknowledging inevitable failure and pain. You know what's fascinating here? It's the definition of winning. It's not about avoiding the hits. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That is the fundamental mechanism of a comeback. You don't win by dodging the blow. You win by absorbing it, shaking it off, and taking that next step anyway. Which brings us to section 2, pain versus quitting, choosing your hard. This comparison beautifully illustrates the ultimate dichotomy. Think about it. Pain is temporary. It might last a minute, an hour, a day, or even a year, but eventually it's going to subside and something else will take its place. Quitting, however, that lasts forever. The pain goes away for sure, but the reality of walking away never does. This leads to a really profound cognitive shift. Don't cry to quit, cry to keep going. I mean, you're already in pain. You're already hurt. The absolute worst part is already happening. So why walk away empty-handed? Use that suffering as the currency to buy your success. Don't surrender to the pain. Extract a reward from it. Okay, let's look at section 3, protecting your dream, the margin of error. When you're out there chasing greatness, the margin for error is impossibly small. Just one half a step too late or too early, and you don't quite make it. One half second too slow or too fast, and you just don't catch it. And the thing is, the inches we need to succeed aren't handed to us in these massive, easy-to-grab milestones. They're everywhere around us. They're in every break of the game, every single minute, every single second. Securing those inches requires relentless, constant focus. You really can never turn it off. And while you're fighting for those inches, you really have to be on guard. Have you ever noticed how people who can't do something themselves are always the very first ones to tell you that you can't do it? They just project their own limitations right onto you. So if you have a dream, you have to protect it. If you want something, go get it, period. Don't be afraid to fail, and whatever you do, don't be afraid to make a decision. Next up is section 4, talent versus skill, dismantling the myth of innate ability. We see this all the time. We so frequently use a lack of natural talent as a convenient little disguise for a lack of hard work. You say you're not good at math. Well, the reality is you never study. You're no good at writing rhymes. You've never practiced writing before. As the old saying goes, he who says he can and he who says he can't are both usually right. So we have to separate talent from skill. Talent is innate. It's something you just have naturally. But skill is only developed by hours and hours and hours of beating on your craft. You must be able at any given moment to sacrifice what you are right now for what you will become through grueling work. And honestly, this is where we just have to get really, really honest with ourselves. Most people say they want to be successful, but they just kind of want it. Do you want it worse than you want to party? Worse than you want to be cool? I mean, let's be real, sleep is pretty fantastic, but the harsh truth is that most people don't want success as much as they want to catch some extra sleep. The second they get tired while studying or working, they just quit. Which takes us to our final part, section 5, the power within, realizing your ultimate potential. It's kind of a strange paradox to consider, right? Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It implies that it's actually our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We really have to dig deep down and ask, who do you actually want to be? You have to figure out what makes you happy, no matter how totally crazy it sounds to others. Make a choice. Decide exactly who you're going to be.
But with that immense power comes absolute accountability. You have to stop pointing fingers. If you know what you're worth, go out and get what you're worth. You absolutely cannot say you aren't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody else. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You are way better than that. True power starts the exact second that victimhood ends.
And you know, this isn't exactly a new idea. It echoes way back through history. The idea that the kingdom of God is within man, not in one person or a specific group of people, but in all people, in you. You already have the power to create machines, the power to create happiness, the power to make this life a free, beautiful, and wonderful adventure. Every single day is a new day. Every moment is a new opportunity to show the world you are a completely new creature. So, when life beats you down to your knees, when things seem just totally impossible, you have one job. Get up. Get up. Get up and don't ever give up. We can stay on the ground and get the absolute life kicked out of us, or we can fight our way back into the light. We can literally climb out of hell, 1 inch at a time. Because limits, just like fears, are so often nothing more than an illusion. The anatomy of a comeback is laid out right in front of you. But knowing the anatomy and actually stepping into the ring, well, those are two very different things. So, what are you going to do? Thanks so much for joining me for Disexplainer. Keep moving forward, and I'll catch you next time.